It is currently, just showing you my entire screen. Let me just flip that around instead. 3:35 p.m. on my anniversary. If you can hear the noise, it's the fan. There's a heat wave in New York, so it's kind of a horrible time. Maybe I should actually set you up this way because the light is actually coming from there. I just finally, after 3 years, have cracked C8. I can hear it now. I can hear the music in my head as I'm writing these lyrics and composing. So that means that I finally really cracked it. I'm sad to see Secret Menu go. The song was so catchy, just the hook that I wrote for it. But that's the problem with writing music first, for me at least. Like, you get married to the music because the music is so fun, but it doesn't work in a musical where you have to like write based on plot and structure rather than like a fun bop, which it could be both, but it does need to have like this primary purpose. So sad to see it go. Was able to salvage like 2 lines of the lyric just because like the whole premise of it changed. But now I hear the song in my head. I hear how all these characters are going to sing together, which I haven't been able to actually figure out for 3 years. If you saw last week's vlog, like, I was very upset about not being able to crack it. Also, my period had just started, so makes sense. But I talked with Amanda and then I literally posted this tweet. So now I'm excited to sit back and do it, even though I hate writing so much. I'm reminded, especially like today, how hard writing is, but like writing well. It's not good enough to just write. Like, you have to write well. And that's really hard. Because you can put something on the page in 20 minutes, sure. But is it good? No, it's not good. I am haunted by something Michael John said to me, which was, you yourself are like a marker of your own quality, because lyrics and prose or whatever out there is never quite as good as it could be. So it's up to you to maintain the quality that you want in your work. I hate that for me. I hate that I've become aware of that. I'm gonna have a full draft. It's crazy. Hi friends, it is currently 7:28. I think today's the 9th. Hi, I am making pasta. Today has been a great day. I am allowed to walk on the street without crutches. Woohoo! Like, for the first time ever in literally 11 weeks. I am literally only 1 week out from my 3-month anniversary of my fall, but I'm finally able to not walk with crutches on the street for 30 minutes. So I can't walk super far. I have to build my endurance. I still have pain and swelling, but I have to get back into it. And I was telling my physical therapist that my biggest fear is not being able to be ready to walk for class, but he thinks that everything's gonna be good. And now we are switching to physical therapy to 1 time a week, which is also really big news. That means that he said I've officially made it out of the danger zone. So now everything is looking good. Recovery is looking good. It's just gonna take a really long time, and I still can't walk a lot. I still have to baby it and ice it and manage it, tend to it. But it's happening now. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but where I fell was close to the Brooklyn Library. That's actually where I was trying to go on my first day off from grad school. But because I was there today, I literally fell a block away from my physical therapist and 2 blocks away from the ER. Like, I waited for an hour for EMS. Have I mentioned that enough? Anyway, because of that, I was like, I am going to walk the 2 little blocks to the Brooklyn Library and see what I fell for, essentially. And it was okay. Like, I'm not going to take any video. It's a public library and it was very full and very cramped. But because of like the recent funding stuff, like the Tuesdays, they're open till 8 p.m. So I just got back not 30 minutes ago and it was fine. I did some research on cafe. I read this article from The Economist, which is something that as like a native Angelino, I already know, but it was really cool to read like a British perspective on it. Even though it was written by New Yorker, it's published in The Economist, which is like a British magazine. I'm a singer, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna finish lunch now, watching the game, which starts in 20 minutes, and then I will get back to it because I think it's time to write Rosa's song, which is stressful. Hi, it is currently July 10th, 1:09, waiting for my tea to boil. My water. I'm gonna make some coffee. Just got off a 1-hour meeting with John. He's officially joined the team. We have known each other now for 3 years. He's definitely one of the people in my life that I'm like, I would not be here if not for what you did. Yeah, he's joining the team officially. I'm gonna have him on as my dramaturg. I have been wanting John as the dramaturg for my piece since I started writing it. I mean, he's essentially been my dramaturg this whole time already. You know, no one has helped me develop this piece more, and I want him to have the official credit. But obviously when you're a composer, you don't necessarily want to go into dramaturgy. Like, that's just not something, you know, usually you get sort of pegged as one thing or the other. So like, it's exciting. We decided sort of what approach I want. I think it's really important for me to like know what approach I want for this. That's the tea kettle. I'll be back. I don't know what I was saying, but I will say that knowing that I have John on my team now, like officially as a member of my team, as a dramaturg, which he's essentially been doing for Café since its inception, feels really fucking good because I know he'll keep my head on straight. He'll make sure that I'm not second guessing myself. We also decided the approach that we want for a director. And I guess I decided the approach, like we did it together, but I do think what I'm looking for right now is less a developmental director and more someone who I can trust to run this machine. 29-hour stage readings, really make sure to get this going and not to put a lot of pressure on myself to have this be the big one. It's just one of many. Have this really be about the process of writing. Give myself the whole month of August to run our score so that I have a month to build it. And he gave me dramaturgical work to do. What is Alejandra's misconception? Make the most coherent story possible. So I think by sticking to my guns of having like a really sung through act 1 and like 3 tentpole songs in act 2 is what's really going to allow me to take this to the next level. I'm just happy to know where things are. I'm gonna eat now.
I was getting all ready to go out. I was like, I'm gonna lay in bed, like after I had breakfast. And I'm gonna go to the library. Do you hear that? That alarm has literally been going on for an hour. I had to call 911 because I called my apartment and like no one picked up. So now I can't fucking go anywhere. The alarm has just been ringing. And it's just like I can't write with that noise on. It has been over 4 hours since I called. It has also been over 5 hours. If somebody was actually trying to get into the apartment building this way, I would be dead.
Hi friends, it is currently 4:12 on the 11th of July. Miss Marion is here, chilling with me on my chair. I had lunch before I came to talk to you. I just got out of a cohort meeting at NYU for Heroes. It was like an incredible conversation. And it's just so nice to know like fellow women of color who are pursuing creative work and aren't necessarily in musical theater, and just like having community with them and having different ages and stuff. It's really, really thrilling. And I'm really, really, really thankful. If I'm slurring a little bit, it's because I accidentally last night, so I have this pain pill that I take every night. It's meloxicam. And I also take it with 2, hold on, let me set you down. And I also take it with 2 of these I got from Costco. I've just been taking these as supplements. Well, I accidentally last night took 2 of my meloxicam and I called poison control and I was like, am I gonna die? And the dude's like, you're fine. You're just gonna feel more drowsy. And it's in your body from like 15 to 20 hours. So I slept like dead to the world yesterday. And it also like affects your stomach. So it's like, wasn't able to eat this morning. I'm feeling still very drowsy, and especially after yesterday's debacle of like that alarm literally sounding for 6 hours. So yeah, I'm not where I want to be. I did come up with a plan with John. I think we talked about it yesterday about like the scheduling of how I want to tackle this 29-hour reading, since he's done it so much in the past, both as like a writer and a producer. So it'll be nice to talk with Ryan tonight. We're meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Ryan's my producer, and kind of talk about scheduling and confirming with the venue and all that stuff. And I finally got some dates and stuff. So it's like weird because part of me does want to post this kind of stuff in real time, but because so much of my stuff is in the air, and especially because theater is like this live collaborative thing that doesn't belong to just me, I have to be really cognizant of the fact that like that is also has to take priority. And so like a month behind is fine, and I'm just gonna have to live with that. But anyway, my goal I think right now is after I just ate, I'm actually gonna go back to sleep because I still feel so drowsy in my head. The guy last night was like, is that all? And he was so not stressed that then I started to relax because I was so anxious that I was gonna die from overdosing on meloxicam. That said, I'm gonna go sleep now because I'm so tired, even though I know it's not physically true. It's because of the medication. I just need to kind of lean into it. I'm so tired. And so with that, I'll check in with you later.
Okay, I don't know what time it is right now, but I'm feeling so drowsy that I just reached out to Ryan to cancel the meeting because I don't think I can do it. So, warning, do not take 2 meloxicams by accident. Especially if like, I don't really take pills, I don't really do stuff like that. So I'm really sensitive. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Hi friends, it is currently 10:35. Slept the whole time. I think the drowsiness is finally gone from my body. I have physical therapy tomorrow, so I really want to get ahead and finish as much as I can. But before I get writing for the rest of the night, got some packages that I want to open. So I think I'm going to open them together. Woo-hoo. Oh, yay. First thing, I got a new sharpener. This is the Blackwing sharpener. It's very fancy. Maybe I'll do a little opening of that one there. I'm currently using this one, the Statler, I think it's called. I also have like a sharpener, an electric sharpener that I use, but the electric sharpener doesn't get the tips as like crisp and pointy as I like. So I use this sharpener to get them, and it's just starting to like legitimately destroy the tips. I did also buy a second sharpener, FYI, because I like to also have one in my bag. Second thing, here's my other sharpener. This one's super cheap, but this one's specifically for color pencils because those are wax-based and I don't want to ruin my color pencils. These are for both graphite and color pencil, so I want to make sure that I had one that would replace it. This one is going to sharpen my pencils like no one's business. I know it. Every Blackwing product I've ever had, I've loved. Sponsor me, Blackwing. And then obviously Faber-Castell is my favorite brand of anything. I haven't bought their color pencils yet because I have so many to burn through, but I will on the 5th year. I'm hoping to buy like a Faber-Castell one. And then the only reason I order from Amazon is for my ankle, but I have to take this into physical therapy tomorrow so that I can have support for my right ankle. We're at the point where I am sort of raw dogging the experience, but since my days are going to get longer and I'm going to travel, I need to have something that can build compression into my feet. That's about it. That's all I got. I think now I'm going to finally get started with some writing, or rather I'm going to maybe sharpen a pencil. Look how pretty. It's got both graphite and color.
That's really exciting. Do color. Not bad. Not bad for color. It's a short tip. Not my favorite, but it'll do. It'll do, Mr. Krabs. Then I have the black wing, which is beautiful. I love the box. Oh, stunning. Look at it. Black wing just never disappoints. What a beautiful, it's so heavy too, which I love. I'm going to sharpen it with my electric sharpener first. As you can see, it really doesn't get the tip very sharp at all. So I'm going to do this here. Yes, look at that tip. Here's a pencil that I struggle sharpening. This is like your typical number 2 pencil. Look at that. That is a beautiful tip. I can't stress enough how much I want my pencils to always be this sharp. If it's not this sharp, it just doesn't feel that good on the paper. And because I refuse to use lead pencils because I can't measure them. Like, you know, I've been counting every single one. Year 2 has the little pink tags and year 1 is just there. You know, I really want to get that sharpness. And then this will go into this one, which is where all like the pencils that I'm working through are. And then this is like where my tiny pencils live. This is a pencil I finished yesterday that I haven't counted yet. But here, as you can see, I sharpened that with my Stadler, and I don't know if you can see super well, but the lead is broken and you can't just write. I just refuse to do that. So anyway, these are the pencils that I'm working through right now. I have like 5 colored pencils plus this one that I'm working through. And this is my last pencil before I start on the new ones here. I'm really excited. This is great. Now I'm gonna get to writing. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. I finished it. End of Act 1. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Does it make sense? I have to type it up so I can send it to John as one full draft to get feedback on. I don't think the romance works yet. I think I need to romance the beat still. But it's over. It's over. Hi gang, it is currently 4:38 p.m. on the 12th. I'm gonna get my ice because I just got back from physical therapy and having lunch. I worked on making my document that I have to send to John on Sunday. So I want to get it done by today so I can really focus on like thesis stuff this weekend because I have a major deadline on Monday. But I just got rejected again. It's my 3rd rejection this year. 2023, very good for me in terms of like submitting. 2024 has not been a good year for submissions for me. I have been rejected I've been rejected from every single one I've applied to. It's submission season. All the submissions are starting to come up again and I have to send cafe. I'm starting to get stressed again, like the anxiety. And like, this is the thing about like theater, right? Like it's a collaborative art form. So it's all about other people buying into the premise. And as an actor, when I was acting over a decade ago, I thought it was the only way to be involved in this art form. I didn't know that, it didn't click in my head that people wrote theater. I started writing my own stuff because I was like, I hate having to depend on others to do something, to be part of something. And so rejection is just par for the course. I just need to embrace it. A couple years ago, I used to print all my rejections and put them on here. And I think once I get a printer again, like next year, I'm going to start doing that, just because a rejection is not a failure. It's like, maybe they're just not ready for the pieces yet. You know what? That's fair. All right. I'm going to take a nap because physical therapy kicked my ass. But also I get to go home for the month of August. So there's like legitimate reason for me to be happy now and for me to like enjoy composing. So adieu. Hi vlog. It is currently 2:59 a.m. I was on the phone with my mom for like 2-ish hours because I have officially finished my little tripod. That's act 1. It's in like a reduced format so that John doesn't have to read so much of it in terms of like printing and like making notes and stuff. So yeah, it is currently sitting at 66 pages in this reduced format. I feel like right now it's both a little bit long and also short. I think it's missing one romance song at the end of the act. And I don't think I have everything quite right. Also, like the front half of the musical has been workshopped a lot in terms of like feedback sessions, in terms of like legitimately workshop. Like I've workshopped scenes 4 and 5 and 6 over the last year. I would say my development period of this musical started March 2023. So in the first year, I was able to do a workshop of like 15 minutes and then the first 45 minutes. And so like the back end of Act 1 has never been written to this level. And this will be the first time I get legitimate feedback on the end of Act 1, which is crazy. And so I'm going to send this off now for John to give me some notes. And that's like the end of the draft. He should give me back notes like sometime in the next week. You can't see my whole calendar now. But I need to have the second act done. And I'd like him to do a pass before I do a reading. But because I have a functioning Act 2 from earlier on, I think I'll still be able to pull an Act 2 together quickly enough while still only meeting the 3-song parameter of Act 2. Whereas like Act 1 is going to be fully not through compose, but like I'm going to sit down and compose the whole thing in a month. The hardest thing about development, at least for me, is like every workshop feels like that Jonathan Larson moment where it's like, oh, if I just make it through this workshop, it'll be the big break because blah, blah, blah. And I have to remember that Café is just so young and it's still so fresh, and like getting rejected is going to be the majority of what happens to this project. And it's those moments where I do get a yes that are really, really important to what I'm doing in general. And I think that that will be sort of the key to keeping this going, because like essentially like when you write a musical at NYU, which I'm doing right now for my thesis, like I know that I'm going to be able to workshop the piece as I'm developing it, and that is something that I just won't be able to do for Café. So I have to kind of find these experiences for myself. So I'm having like sort of the best of both worlds. I get to experience what that is. It's just one of those things where you have to just put your head down and grind at it. And like you saw my reaction right after I got rejected. Like it still stings, it still hurts, but I have great news. When I get home, I'm gonna see my husband, I'm gonna see my family. I'm gonna get to compose the score of Café in Los Angeles, which is what I originally wanted. And I'm still gonna get to do that. And that's really fucking exciting to me, because I can go work in a theater. I can go write in a theater now, because I have an artistic home in Los Angeles, which I just don't have here in New York yet. And I'm happy to be going back to my roots and like legitimately trying to compose as much as I can while I'm there. So
all in all, I'm really excited where this is going. This week kicked my ass, but we got it into gear. And with that, thank you so much for watching the vlog, and I'll see you next week with a new one. I'm really bad at this intro, outro stuff, but I'm gonna try and do it. So if you haven't yet and you like this kind of thing, like, subscribe. We're almost at 1,500, which is crazy. Yeah, that'll be super helpful. Honestly, watching all the way to the end is the most helpful thing you can do. So I appreciate you. I'll see you next time with a new vlog. Bye.